Jason.
Let me follow you around. Show me what you do.
Well, I normally walk around with pieces of paper, and then I go up to other people that know more than me and I say, hey, does this look right? This look good? That's my job.
Great. I wonder why you're stressed all day.
After you, sir. That was a fancy little trick right there.
Now what are you doing?
Now I'm going to go back after I have the correct confirmation that I'm doing the right thing with this. Go back and I actually order it.
So then you come here and type in some words and numbers, and then it says, yeah, we got it. And then you go, ooh, I want it. Add to the shopping cart.
Yeah, and then we show all of our internal prices on everything, and we... Yeah.
We don't have internal prices. What else you do, Will?
Well, a lot more ever since I started drinking this NOS energy drink by NOS. There's enough in here to blow us all up, and
Does that make you grit your teeth?
no. It gives me enhanced mental focus. It's pretty sweet. Mmm.
Is it like candy?
Mmm. It's fantastic.
So here we got our new cam going in. Customer showed up with cylinder 8 misfire. We went to the conclusion that the lifter had failed and messed up the cam lobe. The customer decided to go ahead with a full valve train upgrade package consisting of new springs, push rods, valve seats, and also the cold air intake and a fresh set of injectors to go along with it. I always like doing these by hand, that way you don't end up bending a push rod by running it down with the impact. Make sure your push rod's seated into the rocker properly. It ensures that you don't bend the push rod by rushing through it.
Oh, there you go. That's good.
How fast you put it.
I know, it was...
Man, that was...
It gave me a hard time trying to get it on there. You know, the belt was in the way, but...
I'm glad I got that footage.
Yeah.
Video editing made it look so easy.
Yeah, you know, the whole process was just so fast and easy.
Wow.
I can't complain.
It's even shiny. Thanks, Ricky.
You got it, buddy.
Well, Ricky, thank you for letting me know about that piece to capture footage here.
Yeah, usually there's little pieces of yellow tape on here, and it seems like some little garden gnome came through and took off the one that was on the supercharger. But thankfully, he's here to capture this beautiful intake getting installed. So
That's very important.
yes, sir.
How much extra horsepower is this intake gonna have?
We're shooting around 3,000, 4,000 just intake alone.
Wow,
So
that's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, the window. So you see how it has all the bolts across the edges? That roughly gives you an idea of how much horsepower they put out.
Dang. So if you're like using like nitrous, all those bolts are gonna undo and then just blow right off like Fast and the Furious, huh?
Well, no, that's the floorboard. That's inside.
Ah!
Wait, you're driving. You're driving.
I'm driving. Doing it again.
But inside the floorboard, that's when you blow out your nitrous.
Alright, got a little different one for you guys today.
Acquiring GPS signal.
Passport. Alright, got a little bit different one for you guys today. We are Mr. Harvey's 2015 C7 Z06 convertible. Factory wheels and tires all the way around on it. 34,000 miles on the odometer. And this customer wanted a little bit more horsepower, but didn't want the car to be loud. So we actually kept the factory manifolds, factory cats, stock exhaust on it. He wanted this thing to sound stock as far as the exhaust goes. But he did want more horsepower, so he did want us to go into the engine. So we did an aftermarket camshaft. Obviously we changed the lifters out, get rid of the displacement on demand, lower balancer, spin the supercharger just a little bit harder than factory, and a cold air intake. Basic, few little bolt-ons and a camshaft on 93 octane. On our dynos, y'all know, automatics usually around 535 rear wheel horsepower stock. This one, I think it finished up with right at 615 rear wheel horsepower. So for the mods done to it, and with stock manifolds and stock cats, and the boost level it's at, super good, super impressive with the numbers, and the car does drive, sounds like a stock car when you're driving this thing. Obviously at a stoplight, he wanted to hear a little bit of low, but he didn't want it to be super loud. So yes, you hear the low bit idle, but it's nothing like our normal 800, 850 packages and 1,000 horsepower packages with the headers on them, with the high flow cats at idle, and or at wide open throttle by any means. But all in all, it is a good running car. I'm out for the first test drive, and the weather's okay. I'd like to make just a little baby pull just to check the shift points and make sure everything else is good to go with it. Stock tires and everything. Even with the torque this thing makes, I'm still gonna keep traction control on.
I live my life a quarter mile at a time. Nothing else matters, not the mortgage, not the store, not my team and all their bullshit. For those 10 seconds or less, I'm free.
Very nice. Just like every tune we do now for our roll race customers, I actually tapped it on the 3 to 4 shift, but didn't have to. It will manually shift all by itself. Yeah, car pulls super hard for what it is. Again, these things make great torque with this little supercharger on it, even though we're not spinning it hard. So intake air temps are really good. And again, this thing drives flawlessly like a stock car. Like I said, so those of you that do have platforms, yes, we have our standard packages on our website, you know, A, B, C, or D, but definitely contact our staff if there's something that you want to change, or just if you have ideas about some stuff. You know, we're very knowledgeable. Our sales staff is pretty knowledgeable about trying to get you your end goal of what you want. And again, for this customer in particular, it's different than what we are used to doing. It's actually been a long time since I've put a cam in a car with stock manifolds and stock cats in it, but it's what he wanted. And like right now at idle, I have the exhaust open. It's pretty quiet. If I close it, it'll sound like a stock car. And then as far as the camshaft goes, you can hear it, but it's not rocking all crazy like a lot of the other cars that we build. So again, guys, there's several different ways to modify your vehicle, besides from just our normal standard packages. That's kind of just like a starting point to give you an idea of horsepower and price, and then we can modify from there. So there's a lot of stuff going on at the shop, all good, all new cars. It's real cool to see some days walking through the shop, seeing 2 TRXs on 2 racks, 2 GT500s on 1 rack, and then a C8 on the other rack. And every week I always tell people, at least my guys, the cars come in waves. I feel like 1 week we'll have all C7 Z06s on the racks, next week will be all TRXs, next week will be GT500s, or just even like Chevy Camaro SSs. So again, check back to our channel, guys. I hope you're enjoying it, and as always, comment below on this video and let me know on other cars you would like to see on our channel. Until next time.